Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to see a brief introduction of static timing analysis, and we will also see what all different types of timing analysis can be done and how those are different from STA. So without any delay, let's get started. So what is timing analysis? Timing analysis is basically analyzing the design for any kind of timing issues, and by doing the timing analysis we make sure that the design can operate at the rated speed without any issues. So as you can see, we can do timing analysis in two ways. One is static timing analysis, which you know, and the other method is dynamic timing analysis, also known as timing simulation. So we will see both of them one by one. In dynamic timing analysis, we apply the real-time input stimulus on the input signals, and because we are applying the real-time input stimulus, we know what output we are supposed to get. So, in dynamic timing analysis, if we get the expected output at the expected time, it means the design is meeting the functionality as well as the timing requirements. Now, the dynamic timing analysis looks perfect, right? It can verify the functionality as well as the timing. Then why do we have to look for other methods to verify the timing? Because it has certain drawbacks. So the dynamic timing analysis takes a lot of time to verify the entire design, because it can only verify that part of design for which we have input test vectors. And it takes a lot of time, and it is a very exhaustive process to generate the input test vectors for the entire design. And also dynamic timing analysis has a huge runtime. So to stimulate and verify all the timing conditions of a design with around 10 to 100 million gates is very slow, and the timing cannot be verified completely using dynamic timing analysis. So what is the solution? Static timing analysis. So now let's see what is static timing analysis. So first of all, why is it called static? Because here, unlike dynamic timing analysis, there is no need to generate any input test vectors. So here the timing analysis is carried out in an input independent manner. That is, timing analysis of the design is carried out statically. That's why it is called static timing analysis. So this is a basic procedure of how static timing analysis can be done using an STA tool. So basically, to a STA tool, we give the design and also certain constraints, and based on these two inputs we get the timing reports, and then in those timing reports we can check for any timing violation. So these constraints mainly contain the external environment of the design, and also we need to include clock definitions in them, and certain design exceptions if there are any. So these constraints are known as synopsis design constraints, basically SDC. So along with design we give SDC to the static timing analysis tool. Now let's see the concept behind static timing analysis. So in synchronous digital systems, data doesn't move randomly. It moves with a certain pattern. So in synchronizing elements such as flip-flops or latches, data gets copied from input to output only at the active edge of the clock. So if data is moving in a certain pattern, only two kinds of timing errors are possible, right? Only max time violation and min time violation. So one max time violation is when the data is too late that it misses the time when it was supposed to move. And min time violation is when the data is too early that it advances too soon after the clock's active edge. You might have heard of setup time and hold time. So setup time is nothing but a subset of max time violation, and hold time is a subset of min time violation. In STA, the timing performance of the design is validated by checking all possible paths for timing violations. A STA tool breaks down the entire design into timing paths, calculate the delay along each path, and then verify every path for a max time or a min time violation. As you can see, four types of timing paths are possible in a design: from an input port to a register, from a register to register, from a register to an output port, and from an input port to an output port. Also, just notice that any kind of timing path can either start from an input port or a clock pin of a flop, and it can only end either at the output port or at the data pin of a flop. So we saw what is static timing analysis and how it is carried out in synchronous digital design systems. So
And
now we
how?
know what are the advantages of STA over DTA. So in DTA, it is highly difficult to verify the entire design because we can only verify that part of the design which is getting exercised by stimulus, whereas STA offers a complete and exhaustive verification of all timing checks in a design. But since there are limitations of everything, there are limitations of STA as well. So now we will see the limitations of STA. So first point is that STA does not check the functionality of the design. As we saw that dynamic timing analysis can be used to check the functionality as well as timing of the design, but STA is only limited to timing. So the second point is that ST is not suitable for asynchronous circuits because as we saw the whole concept behind STA is that in synchronous digital design systems the data does not move randomly, it moves with a certain pattern with respect to the clock's active edge. So in a design when all the state changes at the same time, verifying the design becomes just a matter of checking the delays in the combination logic functions, right? But in asynchronous circuits, it doesn't happen like that. In asynchronous circuit, there is no pattern with which the data changes. So that's why ST is not suitable for asynchronous circuits. Also, if the constraints, that is SDC file that we provide to STA tool is not proper, then it may lead to disastrous timing results. For example, STA may flag a logic path as a failing path, but in reality, the design might never utilize such a path. These kind of paths are called false paths, and these type of exceptions should be given in the constraints file, that is SDC. So these were some of the limitations of STA. There are more. If you want, you can check out the chapter 1 of this book. So this is it from my side, guys. Let me know the feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.